Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is East Star Tarot, and today we're going to be doing another collective and timeless reading to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to deliver to us as a message today. And with us we have our bird totem to be with us in this reading, and we have blue tiger's eye, which is also known as Hawkeye, which, goes very well with the bird, so makes sense. So blue tiger's eye has a lot of the same properties as regular tiger's eye, which is that it's good for, it's a stone about, our personal willpower, our ability to manifest in this third dimension. And so there's a lot with solar plexus energies, our willpower, our sense of optimism, helping create the correct vibration to manifest and co-create with the universe. So all those properties are present within blue tiger's eye. But blue tiger's eye also helps us to know ourself, know thyself, right? Because it's a blue stone, so it connects with our communication and our intuition as well. And sometimes we need to know ourselves better to manifest correctly, right? So that might be something you might be on a personal journey with that. Blue tiger's eye might be helpful for you in that quest, or maybe that's part of why you're at this reading today. Is you are on a quest to know yourself as you manifest your desired future, your desired outcomes. Okay, so we'll get into the reading. What do our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels for this collective want to share? Well, that's pretty good. 10 of Cups, yay! So this must be what you're manifesting or trying to manifest, or maybe that's what's coming in for you and you don't even know it. I really am hearing see from a higher perspective with the Hawkeye crystals, so especially the word see. So maybe there's something you're not seeing quite yet, but it's going to happen for you. That's going to lead you to a very happy ending. Trust the rainbows. Rainbows are a sign as well. Really positive sign. Things are working out for you. Whatever you're manifesting, yeah, it's coming in. Look, you got the Magician. You are the manifester. You are doing this because you are aligning with the correct energies, aligning with your true desires. And look, it's coming in fast. The Knight of Swords is a fast energy. Moving quickly. Oh my God, Queen of Wands. Yay. So maybe this is something connected to your creative expression. Your, because there's a lot of like personal willpower with the Queen of Wands as well. She's very fiery. She's a go-getter. She goes for her creative passions. She can make things happen. She is a manifester. And she does so in a way that, she creates her happiness that way. I really get the sense from this that it's like your happiness is going to lead to you being creatively expressive. Being able to make the time for those creations, make the time for that part of you that wants to come out. Maybe you haven't been able to do that for a long time, or have been in a state where you were just like in survival mode and you couldn't let that side of yourself out. But I think for right now, things are moving quickly for you. Things are changing for you big time. It's like you're moving out of something that was keeping you from accessing all of this, but you're realizing now that if you follow your passion, if you follow the things that you love, every day is going to be a win for you, no matter what, what your circumstances are, as long as you are following that passion. Very interesting. Let's get a couple more cards here. This is a great reading. Very excited by this energy. The world. I was thinking, oh man, I was saying a cycle was ending, but the world card wasn't here. Because it felt like this is a very world energy. Like your world is changing. Your world is coming to an end, the old one, and a new one is being born. So this is the perfect card to come out right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. I was just thinking about the world card. Yeah, I think that you are going to be really amazed at how your life changes, how everything turns around for you in such a huge way. And maybe you weren't going through a rough time, but it's just that you were not living a life that was aligned, that was not like your true self. It was really not. You were frustrated, is what I'm hearing. You're very frustrated and tired and burnt out and just not enjoying the day to day. And you're like, what is missing? Oh my gosh, yes, you went inward. You went and saw. I was going to say you saw the light. It's a very dark card, but like, it makes sense because sometimes we have to go into the dark to see the light, right? I think for you, you had to go through a period, maybe do some shadow work or do some heavy introspection to see for yourself what it was you were missing. And now that that time has, you've done that work, you've done that internal searching to find what it was that you were missing. Now these things are going to come to light because you have that ability to manifest because you know what you want. It's knowing yourself. Oh, this is making so much sense. Like you know now. The issue was that you didn't know. You didn't know what you wanted. But now that you have that vision, you can make it happen because you are an expert manifester. Yeah. 3 of Swords on the bottom. You were really sad before. You were really lost, is what I'm hearing. You were feeling lost and confused and like you didn't know how to go forward. It was your old wounds holding you back. Something in the past, some wound in the past was holding you back, something that you hadn't been addressing, something that you hadn't looked at in a long time, but that was sitting there waiting for you to come and see it. Maybe it was even like, like a past wound that your inner child was holding, and they really just needed you to love them and see their pain so that you could process it and move forward from it. And see that, you deserve love. And you especially need to love yourself. I'm feeling very heavy in my heart. Like you weren't able to see it before. That there was some part of you crying out for help, that was crying out to be seen, to be heard. And now that you're going to let that child out, you're going to let that child play, so many things are going to come forward for you. You're going to become that Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands uses her playful energy, her creative spark, which comes from that child, to create her future, to create a new world. It's going to be great. Yeah. I think you deserve a pat on the back. Maybe you don't give yourself enough credit for how much work you've been doing to heal, to move forward. Because it's hard work. It's hard work to look at yourself and to look at the pain. Especially if we've been running from it, we've been hiding from it for a long, long time. It's something, it takes time. It takes work, it takes effort, it takes compassion, especially. A lot of compassion. Oh, I'm getting, I just thought of Totoro. It's so random, but I'm specifically the scene in Totoro where the kids are waiting in the rain for the bus. That's so odd. Maybe it's because I just heard the bus and it's raining outside. But it really came on strongly. Is that a movie that makes you feel emotional? To My Neighbor Totoro? I think in that movie the mother is struggling with cancer. I might be wrong. I haven't watched Totoro in a long time. Maybe I should watch Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro. Totoro, Totoro. Yeah, that's a very inner child movie, isn't it? It's very playful. It's very much about the innocence of children and the way children see the world. Looking at the whole movie is like shot from that perspective of the child, right? Maybe there's something there for you. Maybe you should watch that movie Totoro, or maybe it's just to show, the kids in that movie have to be really tough. I think especially the older daughter, I think it is. because she's trying to be a big sister for May, but also struggling. What do you desire? Yeah. This is what we were talking about. What do you desire? That's what you've been looking at. That's what you've been examining. And it's okay if you don't know what that is yet, because I think just the fact that you've realized that you didn't know is a huge step. And that you're on that journey to find that for you. Yeah. But definitely, maybe it's because you had to be like a big sibling or a big sister, or there was things going on with your family in childhood that didn't allow you to be a child in the way that you should have been. And you got kind of disconnected from that part of you at an early age. But those things are being reconnected now. I'm seeing like something plugged into each other. So maybe you were like really disconnected, even like in a frequency sense, from your inner child. And that, your child guides you. You're not your actual child, but, or maybe you do have a kid, but you're the party that wants to play, that wants to enjoy life in the way that a child does. That's the part that guides you to your desires and what it is you truly want. And it also helps you on your way to abundance, because the thing that you love in that way, like a child, is going to be the thing that it doesn't feel like work to do. So it's going to be easier to put a lot of your energy into something, and that thing will naturally be great from that. So, but it's not about outcomes, right? It's not about like, what can you be most successful at. It's about what makes me happiest, right? You're getting that understanding now. New partner. Wow. That's beautiful. I love the Pegasus. Yeah, Pegasus seems like a message of hope. Oh my gosh, 1212 on the timer on the clock there. Something about that. Maybe 1212 means something to you. I don't have the angel number books, but I do like angel numbers, and I do think there's something to them. But maybe you should look up 1212 as an angel number. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So there might be a new partnership. I mean, we have 10 of Cups here. 10 of Cups can be about happiness, not necessarily partnership, but it can be, right? Because it's like this couple with their kids under the rainbow. It's like a happy family energy, right? But this could be partnership in terms of, maybe in terms of your passion. Because maybe you have been waiting all this time for the right partner to work on this, creative desire. It doesn't even have to be your career. It just has to be your passion. I think that's the main thing. It's like there's like a divine moment here, a divine timing where you're going to figure out what you desire. And at that moment, the right partner is going to come in to do it with you. So maybe that's why it's been so delayed, is because you were always meant to do it with this person. Something really important. It's getting interesting. Got a crystal card here. Oh, it came out really strongly. Lithium quartz, 33. Okay. 33 lithium quartz. There's something like 33, that's a master number. Maybe you are at the age of 33 and that feels like a late age to be starting something new for you. It's really not, it's still very young. But, sometimes you can feel that way when you're in your 30s. I don't know what it is about your 30s, but it feels like you gotta have your whole life figured out, but that's just nonsense. I feel like your life changes every decade. You know what I mean? Like, you're always on a new journey. And I think life should be just viewed in that way. Like, life is always about new journeys, new, awakenings all the time, and some people do stay the same all the time, like through the decades, or they live the typical life, and that's okay too. But I think people need to be more open to different ways of living. Yeah, lithium quartz is all about believe about, sometimes we can get very overstimulated and distracted by different things going on. But the point of it is that we have all that we need within us, and we just have to quiet our mind to hear it. So that really goes back to, kind of figuring out what you wanted, what your real desires are. It's all within you. It's just something that you have to see, that you have to witness, that you have to recognize. But maybe this new partnership is something that will help awaken that within you. But I think, no, I'm hearing that it's more that the partner will appear once you recognize this desire, once you recognize this thing within you that you have that you want to express. And it is connected to inner child work. It's connected to that part of you that wants to be expressed, that wants to come out and play. Recognizing your desires is really important, because everything comes out from that. Maybe just simplify life right now, because you don't need a lot of distractions. You just need to hear your own voice in terms of what you want. Clear your space. Yeah, exactly. Clear up the space. That could literally be decluttering, but it's very energetic as well. You need clear space. She's in a garden here, and she's outside, and she's breathing the fresh air. There's definitely like a fresh feeling here, like a nature setting that might be really beneficial to you right now. So maybe consider getting out more, getting out into nature to help clear your mind. Because it's not just about like the space in our house, it's about the space within our mind. So that might be something that's helpful for you now, is clearing up your headspace to get things flowing, because you'll be surprised what comes to you when your head is empty. I know I'm guilty of this too. I really I fill myself up with distractions all the time. And that need for distraction is often because we're trying to escape that thing that we really need to think about. So maybe practice letting yourself be bored, like getting away from stimulation and letting yourself be, empty of thoughts, and then seeing what thoughts come in for you, because that's going to be really important for you now. I'm just going to get a couple animal cards here. Woodland Moorlands. Yeah. What is it that they desire? Maybe that's something we can ask. Give us a hint, give us a clue. I think it's kind of an individual thing, and it ultimately is part of, just our own creative expression, but intelligence. I think it's kind of saying, you know how to figure this out. You have the intelligence to figure this out. Kind of like a you know what to do sort of thing. I think it's that thing that's, I'm hearing that to use your intelligence, which is like you desire to use your intelligence. Maybe you want to be known for your intelligence, or it's kind of like you want to be using your abilities, using your mind to the best of its abilities, like really showing what you can do, living up to your full potential. That's it. Yeah. Because you're really smart. You're a smart person. You have a lot to contribute to this world. You have a lot to share. You have a lot of really great insights, philosophical insights, mental health insights, insights about intimacy, I'm hearing. Yeah, it's like you have a lot of things that you've experienced in life that you have gained all this knowledge about. Maybe they've been struggles, and maybe they have felt like, it's like, why did I go through all that? But it's like you actually want to alchemize all of that into something that you can express to us, something you can share with the world as knowledge of your experience, and how to survive these things, how to navigate these things for others. Yeah. Well, that's a really helpful thing, right? If you can help others by sharing your experience, That's like one of the greatest things you can do, right? Is to pass on knowledge, to pass on experience to the next generation. You know, it's a great thing you can do to help, you know, the next set of kids to navigate their challenges easier, right? That's what the older generations are supposed to do. Wow. Confidence, yeah. That's all it needs. That's all you need is confidence. Confidence in your own abilities, that you can share your experiences and know what you're talking about. Like maybe you didn't think yet you knew anything at all, and that you couldn't share anything that would be helpful to others, but you can and you will. Like you actually have a lot to share, a lot to contribute. Just see. Think about the boar. Share. Let's take a little look in the book here. Just want to take a quick glance. Yeah. Your confidence is well founded. Any insults or attempts to damage your morale will roll off your back. You're thick-skinned like the pumpkin and courageous like the boar. Yeah. So you will, like, it's basically saying, you know, if you pursue this, you know, you'll grow confidence as well. You'll become more confident as you go. And that's kind of how it is. Like, it's kind of a fake it till you make it situation with most things, right? Like, as you do something more, you grow more confident in it. And I think also that you really do have the skills necessary, because it's right beside lithium quartz. And lithium quartz is all about, you know, you have all that it is inside of you that you need to succeed, right? That's where you need to draw your confidence, is that you actually know what you're doing. You can trust your intuition, you can trust your intelligence to navigate these challenges that might come up on this journey. I think that's all it is that you just have to have the confidence to take the leap of faith. Yeah. This is for past lives, this deck here, but sometimes I like to use it just to get an idea about you know, future things in this timeline that might happen. So let's see what's coming up for them. Oh. Celebrity. Wow. That's pretty good. The main key word is accomplishment, but the part that was up top, which is, you know, what matters as well, is celebrity. So you might actually become a celebrity for this, like which means your confidence will probably shoot through the roof. Yeah, like, damn. I was feeling nervous to ask, but now I'm like, well, gee, this is great. Yeah, you're gonna become like a very huge celebrity for what you do. Like you'll be a known name, like a household name or something like that. Ooh, that sure came out. But I think that's too many, so we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, just shuffle a little bit more. Felt a little too fast. Oh, something came out. Wealth, wow. Miser was on top there, but I think it's sort of saying, you know, you're going to have so much money that it's like, you might feel like you struggle to spend it because it's just like you've never had that much money ever. It's kind of like, wow, how can I, like, government. That's interesting with the, what is it? The Egyptian statue there. I'm not sure if that's a particular statue, like a particular person in Egyptian mythology or not, but that's really interesting. Maybe you're going to get a job in government. But it's over partner, so maybe there's someone in government that you might meet that's going to work with you. That's interesting. Okay. But you're definitely going to get wealth and fame out of this, that's for sure. Maybe you'll be working with, government, like, with certain projects. I'm not sure. What are they going to be working on? The government. Or maybe you'll be the government. In some way, like you'll govern some aspect of life. Okay. Something going on here. Saintly. That's interesting. And there was martyr on top there, but like, it's like you're taking the sacrifice to do something that's really, what's the word? Noble, like, not that you'll literally be a martyr, but it's like you'll be doing something that really, you're taking on something for the world in the sense of like a martyr would, like you're doing something for the greater good. There, that's it. It's pacifist. Peacemaker. That is so interesting because the part that's on top is pacifist. Oh my gosh, and you got government here? Like, this is crazy because especially with, with things going on in the world, you could be someone really, working, in important government positions while these sort of things are going on and making sure that things end in a peaceful way or helping the world end in a peaceful manner. The world needs peace. The world needs that energy, that frequency. You might literally be doing that, like working in government and helping that make that happen. But it also might be, that whatever you're doing, like it's like you got celebrity and wealth here. Like you could be using your wealth in a way to have a platform that influences major aspects of society that can actually, in a governing sense, make it so that you influence the world to make better decisions towards peace and prosperity rather than war and pain and suffering. It's like you'll be a role model. Yeah, because like celebrity here really stands out to me. So whatever you're doing, whatever your creative passion is, it's funny because sometimes people think, oh, if I'm doing this, and it's just my passion, and am I really helping the world? And the answer is yes, you are. Because, when you're putting out a positive frequency in the world, it does change the world for the better. This is really crazy. Yeah, like maybe you're going to be doing philanthropy or using your platform and your celebrity status to do something that's really impactful in the world. And especially helps, like, 'cause, a lot of people of influence do that. They do, say their opinion on causes or try to promote certain causes or try to help the world to see, certain things that have been kept in the shadows. I get that you're going to be using your wealth to really help those in need by bringing attention to the things in the world that need to be changed, maybe things in government that need to change. Yeah, this is going to be your passion, but it's going to bring you a lot of wealth and social standing in such a way that you're going to be able to have more influence and help the world see that it wants peace. It doesn't want to go to war. It doesn't want to cause more suffering than there already is. Yeah. And I mean, with the times we're living in, this is needed. You could be really important in this, period of time. Maybe this is why this had to wait till this time, because this is your purpose, is to help with these issues that are happening right now in the world. Whew. You're going to help the world in a big way. Look, we have the world card here. So, yeah, there's definitely something going on. Maybe you and this whatever partnership you're creating now, and it could even be a partnership with government, like that could be the new partner. But I do get the sense that maybe this partner could also, be a celebrity or be someone that's well known. that you will work with them. It doesn't have to be a love partner. It could be just a business partner or just a creative partner, like someone you work with that you have a contract with in some way. Maybe from a past life even. But you're coming together in this life to do something as well. But yeah, whatever you're doing, it's going to have major impact. So don't lose faith in yourself. If you've been feeling doubt or feeling insecure, you've got a lot of life to live, and you've got a lot of things to experience and things to help and contribute to the world. So don't give up on yourself yet. Yeah, because the world needs you. The world's going to need your influence. It's going to have major impact, and I think you'll be really, really well known. I think whoever you are now, it's about to radically change. Like you're about to become, this person that's, seen as very smart and confident, and this major player in the world that's helping the world to shift. Yeah. All right. I think that's the end of the reading because I'm not getting much else, but this is huge. So this is great. I'm really happy for you. I'm happy that you're here and you exist and that you're going to help the world in so many different ways in your own unique and creative ways. And don't let this reading make you think that if you're not working on something that's like, peace negotiations or something like that, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Whatever you're meant to be doing is that playful, creative aspect of yourself, following your desire. Just follow your desire and it's going to lead you to this destiny. So, don't get hung up on the details. It's going to work out. Yeah, because even if it's something, doesn't seem like it's related to that, it's going to connect in some way. So just trust. Trust that the universe is leading you there. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for staying to the end of the reading. I really appreciate it. I love all your comments, likes, subscribes. It really means a lot to me. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care, guys.